learning outcomes. After watching this video, you will be able to understand options from a buyer's perspective.
So, as I've told you, there is a way, there is a strategy which can save you from momentum crash. Now, this will require some understanding of options. This course is not about options. I am not going to cover options in detail. Those of you think that options are very complicated may skip this part. We will not test you on this. But then this strategy is interesting. Those of you have some background in investments and markets can try this strategy. Now we have a module separate on investment management. There we talk about options in detail. But those of you are interested, let me do a quick recap about what options are. Or you can go back to that module and have a look at it. But options, if you see a textbook definition of options, as it says, it's a right but not an obligation. Sounds beautiful, right? It's a right but not an obligation. So anything which is a right but you don't have an obligation, that's an option. But then, as any good thing in life, it comes at a price. It's like insurance, right? What's the insurance? Think about say a building fire insurance, let's say. What is it all about? So you pay a premium, and if that event happens, you get insurance cover. Otherwise, the money is gone. It's sunk, right? That's insurance. Options are like insurance products. So there are two basic types of options: call option and put option. What is this call option? Call option is a right to buy. Now let me explain. There are some terms involved. I think a graph will help us. So imagine, let me draw this whole thing. So suppose you think that a stock is going to go up. That is your outlook. But then you're not very sure about it. And you also think that there is some non-zero probability that there could be a crash. So you don't want to have the downside. And for this, and you want to benefit from the upside, but you want some protection on the downside. And obviously, you will have to pay for it. So in such situations, you buy a call option. So a call option is a right to buy on a future date at a price specified now. And that price is known as strike price. So let's take an example. And the money that you have to pay right now upfront is called premium. Now let's take an example. Suppose, so there is a stock which is, let's say, which is 100 right now, and you think that it's going to go up, but there is a chance that it may collapse as well, right? So what you do is you buy a call option with a strike price of 100. Every stock, there are options at different strike prices. Now you can guess, lower the strike price, higher will be the premium. Why? Because you are getting a chance to buy at a low price. Buying anything at low price is more valuable, right? So that's all the logic is. If you're not getting it, please see the investment management module. I won't be able to go into details of options here. So let's assume you pick up this 100 strike price option and the premium, let's say, is 4, right? So you start with so this is your payoff here in the vertical axis, and here in the horizontal axis you have stock price. Suppose you pay a premium of this much, whatever it is, P, or we can give it a number, say 4. And now what happens is, this has a maturity. Say you buy a 1 month option. That means after a month you have a right to buy at a specified price, right? So there are options where you can buy only after a month. There are options you can buy at any time. That's the concept of American and European option. So you can see the investment management course for more details. Assume in this case you can buy after a month, right? So at the end of 1 month, suppose the price, let's say the stock price goes up, right, is 200. Now what happens? Think what happens. So you have a right to buy at how much? 100, right? Now the stock price is 200. This is the current stock price and this is strike price. Now what you can do? Just buy this stock, exercise this option, get the stock, pay 100 and you can immediately sell at 200. So you make 100. Do you make 100? Less or more? Pause for a while and think. So you already paid this 4, right? So your net profit, your cost, which is premium, is 4. So you effectively make 96. Right? So if the stock price is above this, you make profit. How much? The gap minus the 4. Imagine the stock price is say 50. I'll make a calculation. You have to guess whether this is right or wrong. 50 minus 4 minus 54. Is this correct? Do you lose minus 54? What did I say? It's a right but not an obligation. So this is wrong. All that will happen at 54 is that you will not exercise this. So your loss will be how much? Your loss will be, 4, because it's the premium. So any time the price is below 100, your loss is floored at 4. Now as the stock starts going above 100, this will be 104. You will start making money and then you can make unlimited amount of money. Now this is call option for you. Right? Now what is put option? Put option is a right to sell. So call option is a right to buy, put option is a right to sell. Now when do you use this option? Suppose you think that a stock price is going to fall. See, you can go and directly short, right? But what's the risk of shorting? What if the stock rallies? What if it goes up? Then you will be under trouble. So if you want to protect yourself from a possible up move in the stock, your primary view is that the stock is going to go down. That's your view. But at the same time, you want to be protected against a surprise up move. Some surprise event happens, right? At that time, you buy a put option. So put option, the definition is it's a right to sell. Put option is a right to sell at a particular strike price for which you have to pay a premium. Now let's take the earlier example. Now, suppose you buy a put option at 100. Let's say price is 3.5. There is a reason why it has to be 3.5. Those who are interested can read. It need not exactly be 3.5. Suppose the price is 3.5. Now, you buy a 1 month put option and the stock price at the end of 1 month, let's say, is 50. So this is your strike price and your stock price is 50. Now think about it. What will you do now? You have a right to sell at 100, right? So you can sell at 100. You have a right to sell at 100. What you can do? You can go to the spot market, buy a stock at 50 and exercise your right to sell at 100. So then you deliver the stock which you have bought at 50 and get 100 and you pocket 50. Do you really pocket 50? No, because you have a premium, right? So my subtract premium, which is 3.5. So you make 46.5. This is your profit. If a stock from 100, it falls to 50. Now who pays you 100? How does it work? Is beyond the scope of this module. We can do a separate module on options itself. But all that you have to understand, if you think a stock is going to go down, but you want to be protected against a surprise up move, this is how you can do. You can buy a put option. Now let's complete this with the alternative scenario. Suppose you buy at 100, the stock goes to 200. Now it should be simple. What will you do? You will not exercise the option. And then hence you will lose, your payoff will be minus 3.5. That's the payoff. Now let's try to sketch this like we did with call option. Please remember there is a difference between shorting and buying a put option. and there is also selling an option. You know, I'll not get into selling an option. So I'm only talking about buying, because for our strategy, all that you need is buying an option. So I'm not talking about selling an option. Don't get confused. So you're buying a call option or buying a put option. Let's try to draw. So as before, you pay a premium. This is 3.5. Now this is 100. What happens if the price is above 100? What will you do? You lose 3.5. Any price above 100, you lose this amount. Your loss is capped, right? As the stock starts going below 100, so this is your 96.5, your loss becomes 0 because you recover your premium. And any price below this, you start making money. So there is a difference between call and put. This is practically, this may not happen in most of cases. So in call, there is a possibility of unlimited gains. In put, the minimum a stock can fall is 0 because you have limited liability. So that's why the stock cannot go below 0. So in this case, the maximum you can make is 96.5, right? So this is the concept of a call and a put option. Now, what I suggest is, before trying to understand the strategy involving momentum crash, what I suggest is, do some reading regarding options, so that you will be well prepared. You can pause this video here, do some reading about option, because momentum crash trading strategy, it's very simple, but it requires a decent understanding of put option. Call is not required there.